Howdy all, this is Geldarion. I am going to give you some tips for guarding objectives. My first tip is to watch the objective carefully. I find myself in a void star, watching to make sure to see which side the enemies are coming from. I notice they're going left, so I go over there and I first check out the door, make sure no stealther has gotten by, and I attack this person here. He stuns me, and so I sit here shivering for a little bit. And then I'm going to get back in the fight and then immediately turn around and watch the door. And so I basically do all my fighting looking towards the door. On this Geldarion Civil War with my gunslinger, I am again watching the turret the entire time pretty much. I turn around my camera while I'm firing at people because luckily I don't have to be looking at them to know where they are. And I can keep an eye on the turret the whole time while simultaneously attacking my enemies. Multitasking for the win. Again, I'm watching the door on this void star, making sure that while I finish my enemy, I don't miss any stealthers that sneak up behind me and cap it. My second tip is to always communicate efficiently and effectively. Here we see that I am watching the approach from the alley in Geldarion Civil War, and I see that several people are coming my way, and I get a chat ready just in case this guy comes my way, and sure enough he does, so I send it. And it allows people to come and aid me more quickly. Here in a Void Star, I am keeping an eye on the situation, on the power shift, the power balance, and while I'm working on that one guy, that was pretty easy, but I've gotten a little bit low on health, and this operative's making it hard on me, and though I kill him, another stealther has popped up, so when I attack him here, I go ahead and send a message for help because I know this is going to be a long fight. And so once I finally do kill him, we're in a pretty good position, but with more people coming, there's another stealther going for the door. I run over here to grab that with Transcendence. Normally I wouldn't leave the door, but I knew I had jump and Transcendence, so I should be able to get back in time. And I'm able to stop that cap, and the balance has shifted now with reinforcements and a healer, and we saved that door. That probably wouldn't have been saved otherwise. Here again, I'm keeping an eye on the situation, on the total situation, and I see someone coming up from the tunnel here in a second, and to let my teammates know that he's not coming my direction, but instead heading back towards middle, and they should expect reinforcements, I go ahead and pop that into chat so they know what's going to happen. My third tip is to avoid double crowd control, and this is when someone hits you with a stun and then immediately follows that with a longer mez, and hoping that you would crack that stun with your CC breaker. See here, he hits me with whirlwind, and I've waited to use my CC breaker knowing he's going to do that. That's the efficient way to defend against this. Here again, a mercenary hits me with his stun, going for his long-term mez. I break out with my CC breaker. And now we'll talk about using AoEs to your advantage. Here we see someone capping on the other side of a turret where I can't reach them with my normal attacks, so I use an AoE to prevent them from taking that point. And here we see a stealth player go into stealth out of combat. I anticipate his movements with an AoE, which pops him back out of stealth and back into our line of sight so we can attack him. My fifth and final tip is to use line of sight to postpone engagement. So here we see, and this is going to be a side comment here, a healer and I are switching places because I'm DPS and he's needed in the middle. As it turns out, this swap probably wins the war zone. So I head from the landing at the same time he heads from the turret, and we basically can cover all of the area without worrying about getting capped. And I nestle down in my favorite part of the Geldarion war zone where they can't see me and they can't attack me, and I have a clear view of the alley, the tunnel, and the little landing that comes off from mid, from that balcony in mid. And so I can sit here and chat away and type away with plenty of time to spare. So here in Voidstar, I like to stand behind this pillar where they can't see me, they can't attack me, and they head straight for the door, not realizing I'm here, ready to stop them. These two are kind of dumb because they both go for the door, but the same principle applies. I can still stop them and throw a mez their way and wait for reinforcements to arrive. Notice I don't break the mez because that would make them able to respond to my attacks. Again, on this pillar, I want to show you another trick. You can come and pop out and see this guy has someone else targeted. So I use distraction, pop back in. He has no idea where I am. So he goes back and tries to take the door again. I pop out and hit him with the flurry of bolts to stop him from capping. This has been a production of The Fanatical Swordsman, with thanks to BioWare and LucasArts for footage from Star Wars The Old Republic. Visit my site at thefanatical.swordsman.wordpress.com or visit Carillion Run Radio at carillionrun.com for my PvP column, Tactical Strike, as well as other great articles on Star Wars The Old Republic. Also take a moment to like or subscribe and visit my channel for more Fanatical Swordsman videos, and the Carillion Run Radio channel for great videos on all things Star Wars The Old Republic. You can find me on Twitter at Geldarion or on the Harbinger server. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in game.